Hey kids, I'm back. You're watching Guitar Quackery Live, the one and only live streaming guitar repair channel. Yeah, that's what you're watching, and I'm sending a link to my customer so that he can watch. That's it. I was going to do something else, but I have the same project back on the bench, okay? So, we're going to finish this routing right now. First thing I need to do is mount this routing template with, a few little drops of super glue. Now, when you use this method, make sure you don't put too much because it's going to squeeze. We don't want to squeeze it onto the finish. So we'll put it right in the middle, away from the edges. And I kind of like the idea, I just realized, of doing this double tape kind of thing, because now there's a small step between the yellow tape and the purple tape. So if it squeezes out past this purple tape, there's going to be a gap between the yellow tape and the template that's on top. So this is the super glue. I hope it's still potent. All right, let's do this. So you want to use the gel type super glue. Oh, look at that. Come on. See, they sell you this thing and it's mostly air inside. Okay. That's okay. Just like that. And here. That's it. And now, somewhat quickly, we place the template like this. And we need to align. I have a center line here. I'm looking here. And on the other side. And this line is aligned to this tape here. And now I'm just going to place some paperweights like this and like this. Okay, so now I want to let it sit for a few minutes. Looks beautiful. That's the setup. I'm just double checking. I don't think I can move it anymore. But I want that super glue to be, completely dry. And now I can prepare my router for the job. Okay, so that's the super glue here. So there were some new customers here, and I overheard they were reading my sign that says there's no such thing as a guitar emergency. All right. The router is this little baby. It's cordless. I like cordless, especially when it's a small job. Yeah, I think cordless makes a lot of sense. It's getting loud out there. I don't know if you hear that. Some people are just loud. Of course, this is open. Why can't they just talk normally? You know, like us. Man, kids these days. When I was young. Okay, so yeah. Okay. So this is it. This goes up and down. And there's a button we push so that we can tighten it and release tension when we remove it, right? But that's the router bit I'll be using. And here I just tighten it. Okay, not much to talk about. Now I need to adjust the depth. So I can just use another piece of MDF. I have some pieces here. Just check it's the same thickness. It is. And that's it. Look. Okay. So here, I just see that, you know, we need to lower this plate. Just like that. Oh, the other direction. And that's it. Okay. Tighten it, and that's it. Just double check. Yeah, we're good. All right. So now we should be able to start routing. Yeah. So whenever you do a job like that, just don't rush. That's a good rule. Just, I like to think through. I have a vacuum cleaner right here. So it's going to make some noise. So they were having a meeting before, and now kind of most people left. There's nothing happening, so I can do the routing. But I wasn't able to make noise earlier when I was prepping this because they were having a meeting. Dr. Jeffrey Boyle's in the house. People in the bar. Bars, as in more than one. Okay, let's focus on this. Um, okay, and don't do this if you've been drinking, obviously. I think this is all good. Center line is good, and this alignment is good as well. All right, good. We can't really mess up anything. I mean, if the template moves, we're just going to mess up the template, not the guitar, because right now the router is set up to cut the template, the depth of this thing, right? So it's not a very risky thing right now. Just doing a practice run just to make sure everything is smooth. Okay, fine. Now, I'll just hold this thing like that, and I'll just move the router with one hand. And that's one reason why I like this lightweight router, is so I can hold the holes with one hand and just move the router. Okay? And maybe I can put this camera here so we can see from this angle. Hold on. You know, I don't like to do routing on other people's guitars. When I build my own, I don't care if I mess up. I mean, I do care, but it's not a big deal. Okay, but when you do this on other people's guitars, it's different, psychologically a different feeling. Okay, so I have it like this. Let me see. I think people are talking there. No, we're all good. Let's just check. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, okay. Sorry, we need to do a little bit of a... Was it too loud? What, was it too loud? No, good. Oh yeah, let me have that. I'll put it right here. Thank you. Okay, we can make some noise. Yeah, I mean, this looks good on this side and here, so we just continue, and then we'll do this one. And then we need to move the whole template in this direction. by about 3/8. No, not 3. Whatever. I have the measurement. So all right. Let's see. Okay, it's a match. There does seem to be a little bump here, which will smooth out right now. I think there was a grain or something stuck on the side. Okay. Okay, so this one's good. And now we do the same exact thing here. Just doing a dry run. Okay. Let's have a look. We're not quite there yet. Hold on a second, guys. Yeah.
Sorry to disturb you. This jack is usually fine. It's for shorting out. Is there anything quick like you can spray in there?
This is our guitar? Oh, your guitar. Sorry, I can't do it like this. I mean, I can spray, but that's about it.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
thank you. Okay, so okay, so now the potential issue is that this is a, what is that, a 1/2 inch? This is a 1/2 inch diameter routing bit, but these are, you know, supposed to be tighter. So I don't even know if the humbucker is going to fit inside. So I need to take the pickup and we'll see. So you can see the problem now. The pickup won't even go into this. It's like the corners are too rounded. Man. So, okay. So for now, why don't we just remove this? So that's the thing with Partscaster. You can't predict every little turn of events. There's always something. So yeah, this humbucker fits here. Because these corners are a tighter radius, right? than what this router bit can cut. So I think we need a change of plan. All right, let me remove this tape. So I like this system with the 2 layers of tape, because now I can remove this layer and that's it. And I already have the bottom layer in place. I like that. I should remember that for the future. So I need to adjust the pickup cavity for the humbucker, and I have an idea. I think what I'm going to end up doing, let me see if I need to charge this battery. No, it's still fine, kind of. Maybe. I know I'm off camera here. All right, charging the battery here. Okay, so let's put this body away for now, for a minute, because we need to talk about this template. I can build a little temporary jig on top, like this. And I can just enlarge this whole, oh yeah, but then there's also the pickup things. Yeah, well, that's going to be a separate little adjustment. All right, so this should be the same kind of system where I use, super glue and tape to make double-sided tape, basically. Okay, and all of this should be elevated so that I can plunge the router without hitting the bench, right? So how should I do that? Not super safe. Okay, so this is the nature of live streams. I am trying to figure out how to make this happen on the go. So maybe I have these containers from cheese, goat cheese, like that. Okay, so maybe like this. Yeah, that'll work. I wish I didn't have to tape it. Maybe I don't have to tape it. Maybe I should just risk it. Because there's quite a lot of friction between the two pieces of MDF. So maybe it'll work without taping. But I do need to change the route a bit. So I'm done with this one. Okay. I do need to take a measurement from the body first. But let me just put the correct route a bit here. Okay, so I should be doing this in 2 passes. First with a 1/2 inch route a bit, and then with a 1/4 inch just in the corners. That's how it should be done properly. Because you don't want to do the bulk of the routing using the small one, because these ball bearings are, you know, not as robust as the big ball bearing on this one. I'm just adjusting the height. We're good. Okay, so now the question is, do I need to tape it? I should be taping it, but I'm lazy. Okay, but before we tape it or not tape it, I need to take a measurement from the body. Come on, why isn't this working? So the problem is this. When we mount the pick guard, we have this thing here, about 1/8 of an inch, right? So this was made for a different position. But if I align it with the neck pocket, we have about 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so this is what we want to trim from this side of the template, and then we need to move these as well, right? A little bit. So it's about 1/8 of an inch. So if I route out more, it's not going to hurt. Right? There'll just be more space. In fact, I'm thinking more is better because I cannot get this tight diameter here. That's right. So I'm going to do more than 1/8 of an inch. Because even with this small, the smallest router bit that exists with these ball bearings, I cannot get this diameter anyway. This is a 1/4 inch diameter. And this looks like more 1/8 inch diameter corner, rounded corner. So this was not routed with the a router like this. It was routed on a CNC machine. So, you know, they have different router bits on those. So let's prepare the template. I also have these pieces of MDF right here. This one is better, I think. All right. Let's do this. Put the tape here. So like I said, I'm going to do more than 1/8 of an inch because of that diameter, because I just can't do a tight diameter on a hand router. Right? So it's going to be an enlarged cavity, which is fine. Oh, come on, I'm running out of the super glue. This was really mostly air inside. I only used it once before. Okay. Yeah, for simple shapes, you can build templates like this. It works fine. So here I'm just butting it up against this thing. No. Wrong. It's got to go against this. Okay. Okay. So now it's a good idea to just, weigh it down for a few minutes. And then do the routing. Yeah. Okay. Three bars. Yeah, so I am going to do my first pass using the 1/2 inch, route a bit, and then finish the corners with a 1/4 inch, route a bit, 1/4 inch diameter in a minute. Just want to make sure everything is solid before we do the routing. Okay. I don't know if you're sensing this, but I'm a little stressed because of this. So whenever I do routing, it always takes longer than you think. Every time. Okay. I can put some tape like this as well. Just to hold it together. Okay. And like I said, just going to build up this platform. Okay. What are we waiting for? Let's get to work. Let me just do a dry run. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. All right, that was loud. Okay, so now it's fine, but the the corners are too tight. So let's change this route a bit. And the height needs to be adjusted. So now I just need to hit the corners, nothing more. I need to adjust the height. Okay. That should work. Okay, but we're not done yet. So that's for the pickup. But the two tabs are also going to move, right? So, yeah, let's see. So to be honest, I don't know if that glue is completely dry. Let's see. Oh, let's vacuum out first. Okay. So I might be able to use this as double-sided tape. Same thing with this thing. I want to move it, well, by the same amount. I can move it a little more. It really doesn't hurt. You can route out this whole thing. It doesn't really make a difference. Okay. So this is now kind of like double-sided tape. I'm just going to move it. For the two tabs. And again, because I don't have a router bit that's as tight as it should be, I am just moving it further away from the edge. Which once again is perfectly fine. It's going to be covered by the plate anyway. By the pick guard, right? So I'm just going to hit the two corners. And this time, because I'm really only going to be using the ball bearings on the corners, I'm going to go straight with the smaller router bit I don't have much to remove. It's just this corner and this corner, right? This way. Like that. All right. Let's do it. Okay. Now this template is ready. So this wasn't too sticky, but it was sticky enough for a very tiny little job. Okay, it's good enough. All right. So next, we need to mount this template onto the body and do some routing on the body. And again, we're going to start with the 1/2 inch. But this time, the longer one. Okay. It's frustrating. So what's frustrating is this one is a tad too short and this one is too long. All right, whatever. So I'm gonna go, I don't know, 3/4 of the way down first and then plunge it all the way and finish it off. Same thing here. But first, of course, we need to, oh yeah, so let me remove this. Yeah, and then we're gonna use the longer 1/4 inch router bit for these corners. Let's do this. We got 3 bars. I guess that's enough. Okay. So, where's my template here? So now we cut it this way, right? We basically copied this onto this, and now we need to flip it and align it again here, and align the center line. And now we cut this here and here around, and then here as well. Well, something isn't aligning again with this template. So I have a center line here. Now this center line was, okay, let me show you here from this angle. So this center line here was measured as a halfway between this line and this line. And how is it that when I align this in the center, I have all this here. I have all this, but the center line is aligned. And then if I align the pickup, then the center line is misaligned. So this is now the second thing that is not aligning on this CNC cut body. So now I need to figure this out before we go any further. It's really frustrating. So I still have this tape here that shows me exactly where the neck is, right? Because I was drawing on this white tape and even on this yellow tape here. And those lines are still there. I'm just darkening them up a little bit. And now I draw a line here and here. This is new tape. Okay, and now I can do the same for the other side of the neck. I still have these lines here that I can see. On the white tape there's a line, and here there's a line, a previous line, so I'm just drawing. So now let's take a caliper. So this is now following the line of the neck. And I'm going to simply take a measurement of this distance. Let's make sure we zero it out. So this distance is 6.24 millimeters. Let's lock it. Okay. So now Let's do the same on this side. Again, I'm aligning here with the neck pocket, where the neck would be. And on this side, we have these lines that we drew when we had the neck mounted. We were projecting the side of the neck. Okay? And you see the difference? So this thing isn't in the center. It's a little bit off to the side. So when I flip the template around, because it's a little bit off to this side, when I flip it around, it's going to be double that distance on that side. So whatever. I'm going to have to enlarge this neck pocket. Not the neck pocket. The pickup cavity in that direction as well. Because otherwise, it's not going to be centered. What can I tell you? Partscasters, aftermarket parts. Okay. Okay, so here's the good news. It's really not that much extra work to route out a little more. It was a little extra time to figure out why it's not aligning. Now I know why. We just do it this way, and that's it. Okay. All right. Now I put the yellow tape. So it's really important that, you know, when you build whatever it is, a PDF or Illustrator file or whatever it is for the CNC machine, that it's exact, because the machine is just going to follow that file. The machine, a CNC machine, is just a printer. So that graphic file needs to be perfect. And this is the same thing with Plek machines. Just because somebody has a Plek machine, that doesn't mean they're going to do a better fret job than doing it by hand. Again, the Plek machine just follows, the Plek machine doesn't think. It just follows directions from the operator. Whatever numbers you throw at it, that's what it does. And I've seen work ruined by, you know, frets ruined by Plek machines. So this whole thing that, you know, you can do more precision work with a CNC machine, yeah, sure, if you use it properly. But here we had a misaligned neck. Now we have a misaligned pickup cavity. So I'm more and more nervous here working on this, because there could be something else. But I don't think so. I think everything is going to be fine now. So there's a little overlap there. I don't want to have like double thicknesses. I'm just gonna trim it. This is just the template. I can scratch it, it doesn't matter. So this whole thing, how I noticed that something was off, again, a CNC machine doesn't notice any of that. It just cuts. It doesn't care or anything, right? It doesn't even know what it's cutting. Okay, now purple tape. I just hope I have enough glue because that's also making me nervous now. This is just, super glue I bought at Home Depot. And, 2/3 of the content is just air. So, you'll get mentally ready for a job. You have what you need. I know I only used it once for a few drops. And now it's, I keep squeezing it. It's just air coming out. All right. So, do you see what I just did? I put the tape on the wrong side. God damn it. I'm not a CNC machine. Boomerang. Check from the bridge center line. Yeah, the bridge center line is something that I drew on that tape based on the projection of the two sides of the neck. What you doing? Lincoln. I haven't seen you here before. Well, I think you posted this question a long time ago. You see that I'm routing pickup cavities. I'm modifying a body that's been cut for something slightly different. Okay. Let's put it on the right side now. So it's going to be like this. All right. Where did I buy this yellow tape? I think I bought it at the Home Depot. It's good tape. Expensive. Yeah, tape is expensive. And you use a whole bunch of it in a shop. Again, I cut it too long. Okay. Again, I don't like to have double thicknesses because it does add to the thickness and can lead to potential issues with the, glue being really squeezed out from the surrounding area. Okay, so I'm going to be aligning the center line and the back. I hope we're good. So since we do have that rule that we double check everything, I'm going to do just that. So with the, where's my marker? Nah, I won't be able to do it with a marker, with a pencil. So the template is going to be here, center, center. So centered at the neck pocket, centered at the back, and we need to cut this out. That's it. Now, I need to put the bridge plate here and make sure we weren't cutting outside of the bridge plate. No, we weren't, but God damn it. So everything is misaligned on this damn template. Not template, this body. Okay. Let's talk about this. This body was cut for a reverse bridge pickup going in the other direction. So it should just be mirror image, right? That's it. Shouldn't be anything other than that. There are 4 holes here. This aligns like that. So now I'm going to put the screws there, and let's talk about this. Okay. So now you can clearly see here. Let me light it up. That line. We're not supposed to see this line, right? This is supposed to be outside behind there somewhere. So everything is messed up with this. This much extra we need to route. All right. Let's remove this bridge. And you know what? While we're here, let's also mark this off. Look at that. So once again, all I did was I copied the hole from here, and I'm supposed to just be able to flip it, and that's it. But that cavity is misaligned against the holes for the bridge. We now have this thing, like the bridge pickup is going to be like wanting to come here, but we're only cutting this much up to the red line now. But this is the edge of this. So now, if I'm align this bridge plate with this red thing, so now it's like this on the other side, over here. And what do you know? Now we have these holes misaligned. And you know, they're misaligned by the exact same amount that the neck that I was adjusting was misaligned. Okay, so I adjusted this neck pocket. I made it work, but I was thinking, should I be moving the bridge? And I said in the previous live stream, I can't move the holes, right? But there's still a solution with some plugging and stuff. And that's exactly the misalignment of these holes. So I think that in the PDF file or Illustrator file, this thing was in a group on a separate layer, and somebody must have just nudged it or something. And that's why we have these misalignments. And this pickup is misaligned, right? So this is what we're dealing with right now. So now what's going to happen when I route this out? So I route it out. Well, the pickup is not going to fit because we're still going to have that. So now I'm going to have to move this in this direction to route some more. Sorry. Unbelievable. So if I align this thing here, okay, and I just move this like that to align it with this red mark, I'm going to show you on this side what happens. Okay, so now I'm aligning this red mark inside. By this much is misaligned here. Where's the glue? So I'll just route it out, and then we'll do whatever adjustments need to be done later. I just hope I have enough glue. Yeah, it should be good. Now this isn't a neck pocket template at all. This was just so that I can look at the center line here. I just cut it out by, you know, by eye. We have this here. Like that. And I can put another one in the middle. And I can even put the router on top. Okay. Let it sit for a few minutes. Unbelievable. So this is one, you know, thing with not uncommon with aftermarket parts, bodies and necks purchased from different sources. So this body has quite a few misalignments. We'll make it work. I mean, we're now too far into it to not finish. Okay. I don't know, I'll just let it sit for a few minutes for the glue to dry. YT Party Tonight is in the house. He says, I don't understand why the bridge pickup cavity route is flipped. I don't know, for a flipped bridge pickup. I have decades of 2D CAD and 3D CAD modeling experience, much of it inputs for CNC. Seeing something so messed up because of a bad CAD model or drawing is annoying. I could do this right in my sleep. Me too. I don't have CAD experience, but I have Illustrator experience. I don't have CNC experience, but I know how it works. A CNC machine is a printer, basically. X, Y, and Z, right? So Boomerang says working from the center line is your best bet. Sure, but I based my center line on the alignment of the neck inserted into the neck pocket. This didn't come with the center line drawn out, right? And when I was drawing out the center line and all that stuff, what are we now, in part 7, in part 3, or maybe, I don't know, I noticed that things were off. So, okay, we'll make it work. It's part of the charm of a Partscaster. This is why there's an old Chinese proverb. You see, the camera doesn't want to focus. I've had Partscasters nightmares. So Boomerang says, because it was flipped and mirrored, it may have made everything wider, question mark. Well, no, it should just be flipped in the same position. I don't know. So YT Potty tonight says, I see they didn't order this body to be made this way. No, they did not. They chose to buy something readily available and adapt. It is my understanding that this was a clearance piece or something, maybe because it had a flipped pickup cavity for the bridge pickup. I think that's it, yeah. So, but it had the right sparkle that the customer wanted. I think that's my understanding. I don't want to say it wrong. So, like I said, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. We'll make it happen. And you know what? I'm not gonna plunge this thing in one go. That's not the way to do it. That would also be kind of like amateur work. Yeah, let's do it the right way. I'm gonna start with a shallow cut and work my way towards the right depth. That's the right way to do it. All right, let's start with a little one. Because I don't want to cause too much vibration. Okay, like that. And what we do is we just take a plate and adjust our depth. That's good. All right. I mean, look at this misalignment. You know, this is a symmetrical pickup, right? I should be able to just flip it and it should be aligned on both sides exactly. I'm working off of something that was cut on a CNC machine. Yeah. All right, let's do this. Quick check. I guess I should cut on this side as well. I don't know. When it's like this, I don't know. But that's going to be covered by the, whatchamacallit, by the pick guard. It's stressing me out. See, my voice is breaking up. It's stressing me out. I'm serious. All right. So, I'm taking some days off from here. What is today? Wednesday? Yeah, I'm taking some days off because I am doing some renovation work in the fabrication shop. So once I'm done, and yesterday I just put half of the ceiling, more than half. So I should be live streaming that part as well to document it, but I don't have the camera set up. So once I'm done with the workshop, I would like to set up cameras there and then get back into building guitars. Maybe kind of like slow down on the whole repair business. And yeah, that should be interesting for some viewers like you. Okay. Should we do it? Let's do this. Because I don't like to route other people's guitars. And I've done some routing that was, in fact, I recorded. I have hours of video recordings that I need to edit together. Some modification jobs. And I don't like to do that. I mean, one of the recordings I have was of a really I don't know how expensive, but expensive enough guitar. There was a 7-string with a hardtail, and I had to convert it into a Floyd Rose 7-string functioning Floyd Rose thing. Whatever. I didn't really make money on that one. Okay, so here we go. Practice run. Okay, we're good. Okay, let's have a look. So I can plunge this one just a little bit deeper on this one. This length cutting tool, just to make sure that we touch this bottom. Yeah, I think we'll do that. But then we put the longer cutting tool for this one in the router. Okay. So there are some people that they're talking. They're very patient and polite. I don't know if I'm making too much noise. I also feel I need a mental break from this. You know, this should be a no-brainer job. It's like everything should be aligning. But you see what I see. All right. Okay. We do this one. The cross dissolve was stuck in the middle. I saw that. Okay, so this one, I guess, is good. Now we have this one, and we'll know, once we cut this all the way, we'll just put the bridge pickup on the bridge, and it's not going to fit, right? So we're going to have to move the template this way, but all right. But we'll know. We'll soon find out. I know I should be unplugging the battery. But I like to live dangerously. Okay. This is fine. Okay, so with this one, I'm only going to be routing the bridge pickup. Okay. I can go deeper. So I can do it in one pass. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so now I need to put the small diameter, 1/4 inch diameter bit, and just hit these corners here, and I guess here. Right, and that's going to be the small router bit. This one. And I'm going to transfer this from here to here. So the shaft is a little bit damaged, it appears, which means I need to hit it with sandpaper like this. No, I can't. I thought I was going to be able to put 3 ball bearings. I can't. It's been a while since I used this. And that's because this shaft is shorter than this one. Look at that. So I can only put 2 ball bearings here. Whatever. Annoying. Even this is kind of wiggly. Okay. I'm not even going to use the vacuum cleaner because that's just going to hit the corners a little bit. Oh, it's too deep. Ah, damn it. All right, let's do this quickly. Okay. I just hit the corners a little bit, and now I can plunge it a little bit deeper to hit it all the way down. Okay, that's it pretty much. Okay. So now we're gonna have to put the other router bit. Because I think we're gonna have to do some adjustments. But all right, let's just remove this thing. See what we got. So I am trying to peel it off in a way that will allow me to reuse, you know, the thing as a double-sided tape, like we did before. That's okay. Looks like this glue is still wet a little bit. Okay. All right. So now let's mount the bridge plate. No, we need to put the bridge pickup on the bridge plate first, and then mount the bridge plate. You know, I'm just not going to take any more like modification jobs until my fabrication shop is all ready. This space is just not functioning for this type of work. Yeah, I got a Partscaster. You just need to put it together. Why can't you just... It's just 4 screws. It's already made. It's like Legos, you just put it together. And you build a guitar. I mean, there is no way that this is going to fit. But, all right, let's keep an open mind. So all I'm doing is I'm trying to, okay, the screws are very tight. I hope it's the right thread. Those are the screws that came with the pickup. So this one I was able to turn all the way. Okay. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we're going to twist the wires later. I just want to pull them out. Of course, it doesn't fit. That's it. As expected. No surprise. Does it even fit this way? Yeah. So if I fit it like this, now the holes don't fit really. So this is now the pickup fitting inside. Okay. And here, let's place this camera up here. The moment of truth. Okay. That's because this thing here is too far in this direction. Yeah. Come on. All right. Anyway, this gives me time to think. And what I need to do is just going to take a little extra work, and then we'll be able to mount it, and it'll be behind us. So let's remove the pickup. I mean, there was absolutely no way, not even in theory, that this would fit. I think this was sold at a discount because it was a reject or something. I don't know. It's bullshit if you ask me. So you see, buying something at a discount sometimes doesn't quite work out as a discount, right? So with Partscasters, I'm often, discovering that I solve a problem, I have a solution, and I think, okay, and that's all it takes, and boom, there's something else. And then boom, there's something else. Always something. Okay, so how do we do this? First, let's bring these tapes back. So we'll use the same template, just misaligned, and we'll just remove a little bit more material off the side. Simple. Now, even if you just look at this, something doesn't make sense, right? So these should be aligned the same way, this one, right? Because we're just doing a mirror image crossing the central line, which is here. Simple, right? But because this thing in this direction was too much like this, then when we flipped it, then it's too much like that in that direction. And that's why this isn't aligning together. Or on this side either. So this now went too far, but it's fine. I mean, the plate still covers it. Yeah, it's a little further than we need. Well, it's kind of okay, actually. We have that slack that we need. No problem. So what I'm going to do is, let me put a tape here so I can draw on it. And this is where they put the holes. I didn't drill these holes. And I'm gonna check everything now. Okay, so we have this part. I'm projecting the side of the bridge plate. Okay, so now I put 2 pieces of tape here and here. I just mounted this where the holes are. Okay, that's it. They're tight. And now let's look at this. So here we have this. Those two should be the same. Okay, 1098, lock it. Look at that. All right, look at that. $13.10, $13.09. That's what we're dealing with. So we'll make this work, but that's what it is. Okay. So now I can just remove the bridge plate and reinstall that template a little bit off center. Ran out of battery. So here what I did was I just took a straight edge, right? This bridge plate was mounted in the screw holes that were drilled there, the way that it goes in. And I projected this, so now it's moving, right? But I projected it here and here, and it's not the same. There's absolutely nothing that anyone can say to convince me that this body is good. But we'll make it work. Just, you know, we need to compensate here and there and, you know, everywhere. So we'll be routing this out, but I want to leave this tape because, yeah, it's a guide. So we need to remove this red thing. That's like the minimum we need to remove. We need to remove a little bit more than that. And it would be perfectly okay to remove as much as this that I'm going to draw now. That will be fine. So now, when I put the template back, I'm simply going to misalign it intentionally. And we're just going to hit this corner. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. So now we have this situation here. This is, and this, we're going to hit this as well because now everything moved. So that was a diagonal, right? So that as well. No problem. We can make this happen. So once we're done with this, we'll be done with the construction work. Look at all these comments. Pickup route off center, yeah, on the body originally, yeah. If working from the bridge center line, B stock could mean anything. Yeah, B stock. Yeah, you can understand how it's stressful. Thank you. A hot copper Joe. Thank you. I had a similar issue with the Tele, although that one did not have the string holes drilled through the body. Can tell you care about what you're doing. Yes, I do. It's a different ball game when there are manufactured errors, right? Okay. Now let's do this. Okay, so this battery is dead. Let me recharge it. Okay, friends, so we're almost there. Okay, we're almost there. This will work. The guitar's going to work, okay? The guitar's going to work. But this really shows what, CNC machines or a Plek machine is just a CNC machine, right? It's a specialized CNC machine. So I've seen Plek work coming from a certain factory, brand new guitar, one of those factories that uses a Plek machine, where the Plek machine shaved off some of the frets off center, and nobody even looked. And it was an expensive guitar. It was an expensive guitar coming from an expensive brand. I have pictures of it. Brand new guitar. So, sometimes people call me, hey, do you have a Plek machine? Can you do a Plek job? No. I mean, I think a Plek machine is fantastic, just like a CNC machine is fantastic. It depends who's using it. But people just assume, consumers, that just because a company has a Plek machine, that the people working on it, or CNC, the people working on it will, know what to do. Okay, let's focus on the good news. We're almost done. We are almost done, okay? Okay. This should be okay. All right. All right, my battery is almost dead. And my phone battery is almost dead as well. Okay, one more pass and we're done. One more pass. Okay. Let's see how deep this is. Deep enough, I'm sure. So technically, I'm not all the way down yet. I don't think it makes a difference. But I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna plunge it. Okay. Okay, so now I can reassemble that bridge plate. Let me just remove this route a bit before there's an accident. So once I was working with a router and I went like this, and I know that I'm supposed to wait until it stops fully before I remove it, but I was in a hurry, and it caught my pants, and it ripped my pants here. It didn't even scratch me. I was really lucky. So I remember that. Because this thing, it doesn't have feelings for you or anything. It just cuts. That's what it does. Okay. I am confident that this will work. It better. So Telecasters are tricky to make. I'll tell you why. Because of this. This distance is very small. So your templates need to be really precise where this is gonna go so that you don't see an opening here. There's just a little bit of black marker. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, so they can be tricky. And, you know, it's routed like this and like that. So, just so you know. Now, I'm going to put together the bridge plate, reassemble. I had to disassemble it, right? And now I must reassemble it. And we might as well twist these. This looks like a good pickup. I don't know why they don't twist the wires. I guess it's extra work. All right, so you know, let's test it. That's not a correct reading. Seven mega ohms. Come on. Always something, right? Yeah, it's busted. Okay. So you see the wire coming out here? It goes here. Now let's look at this other wire. What the hell is this? They actually made a knot right there. Look at that. And it's disconnected. Huh? All I did was I took it out of the box. Partscasters. You know, I am going to take a picture of this close up. They didn't inspect this, obviously. They actually made a knot on. You can actually see a knot on that wire, right? Because the wire broke on them when they were soldering, and they said, "Oh, let's just make a little knot and just solder it." Well, it didn't work. Here, I'll put it like this so I don't shake it with my hand. I'm just documenting it. So here, clearly, there's a knot, okay? Something's not connected through this knot. You're not supposed to have a knot like this. Okay, so the knot is still there. But I guess the solder did not melt through the enamel. And that's why we get 7 megs. I don't know. I don't want to investigate too much. This is what I see. This is what it is. And there's another nut right here. Look at that. I mean, are you kidding me? Right there. A nut here. And a nut right here. They need to send him another pickup. I'm not going to investigate any further because obviously I don't want to do anything to it. And void the warranty. But I need the pickup to finish the job, so I need to mount it. Up. Like that. Unbelievable. There's an actual nut in that wire. You know, when they break that little wire, the bobbin should just go in the discard pile. They shouldn't be patching it and selling it as, you know, past quality. And then they didn't even check it. All I did was, this is the first time I checked the pick. I said, let's just check it. You know, because I check pickups before I install them. All right. If this fits, I'm going to remove all the tape. And it does fit. Okay, so let's remove all the tape then. All of it. Yeah, after this guitar, I am revising my policy on Partscasters. I have to think about what it's going to be. But this is not the first time that I get trapped fixing stuff that has nothing to do with me. The guitar will work. We just need now a new pickup. I just read some of your comments. Thank you. Well, thank you about the set of eyes. Boomerang, I think, right? So Boomerang said that, is it Boomerang? Sorry. Yeah, Boomerang. Good set of eyes. Well, I think it's more like a procedure, right? So I just said, let's test the pickup. Because I test components before I solder them together, before I assemble. So the pickup I just pulled out of the box. Okay, technically for the second time in this one live stream. But, oh, and I forgot to remove this tape. Look at that. Oh, we'll be removing this tape when we change the pickup anyway. See, I forgot to remove this tape here. Whatever. So, yeah, so it's procedure, right? I think it's important to test electronic components before assembling them into a circuit. And you'd be surprised how many times we find faulty components. Because once you assemble them, then you don't know which component isn't working. Then you need to disconnect them from the circuit and test them. And that's more work. So a quick test with a multimeter is good practice, and then it saves you time potentially, like now. So when the customer gets a replacement pickup, which I'm sure he will, I'll test it before I install it. Hopefully, they would have tested it at the factory, the replacement one, right? So now, look at this. So this isn't uncommon even on Fender guitar, that this space is different from this space, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not going to worry about that. It's because this is, you know, like this. Yeah, exactly. So the bridge plate, which is why. So the neck was actually maybe aligned. I don't know what was misaligned anymore. It's like this pickup is wrong. This pickup is wrong. These holes are wrong. The neck is also wrong. I'm going to say everything's wrong. All right. So let's get the other pickup. Oh, it's over there. You know what? I don't want to mount this one because, or should I? I don't know. Let's see how it fits like this first. Yeah, I think I can just put it in place like this, and let's see. Yeah, okay, this one's gonna work. Okay, we enlarged everything. I mean, the pickup cavity, it's gonna work. Okay, I'm not going to mount it now because I'm not going to mount the plate today. This goes here. This goes here. Now, why don't we test the plate? Just in case it needs to be repackaged. I don't want to rip it. I mean, this should be good. is this here? Oh, okay. No, that's actually good. Bridge and neck. All right. Good night. Like that. Okay. Okay, so no problems with this. Okay. I don't see any issues here. We already had the strings through, no problem. That's it. I think now I can just take a break from this. Yeah. So the customer's probably watching, and I have pictures. If you're watching, I'm going to text you the pictures, and then he can discuss with the pickup people how they want to handle it. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to be really involved with that. Okay, so good news. Let's talk about the good news. We made progress. And we are a few steps closer to completion. And the guitar is going to work. And nobody's going to know unless they watch this video or this playlist that there was anything wrong. We made adjustments and compensations, right? So it would appear that in many places, the body was undercut, like the neck pocket was too tight. The bridge pickup was too tight, kind of, right? The neck pickup was misaligned. But it seems like things were too tight in some places. So that's better than too loose, right? Too tight, that means we can remove material. Yeah, I think, I don't know, maybe I'm not thinking clearly, but I think it's all gonna work at the end. Next, we need a new pickup. Okay, so let's focus on the good news. I need to do some work on the frets and on the nut anyway. No problem, right? So that's going to take me a few days because it's not the only guitar I'm working on. And I'm also working on the renovation job that I mentioned before, fabrication shop. I need to finish that project so that I can get back into building guitars. So with the builds, I don't deal with a lot of, you know, inconsistencies coming from, unless I'm using parts and something is wrong with them, like that pickup. But yeah, when I build guitars, I don't build from parts. I build from scratch, from raw pieces of wood. I make the neck, I carve it. I make the body, I carve it, I cut it. So yeah, I am going to get back into that. And then obviously I'm going to have to slow down the repair business. But then maybe this shop here can also become more like, well, it'll still be a repair shop. But once I have the fabrication shop completely renovated, every kind of modification job will need to be done there, not here. And then maybe this space can also become more like a store, a shop as in store, where I sell the guitars that I build and still do repairs, but just slow down on the repair volume. I already slowed down a lot. And I will slow down even more. And I was going to work on another guitar, but you know what? Tomorrow's another day. Okay, my friends. My batteries are running out. Oh, let me plug it. Okay. And the computer also. I'm using a laptop. Okay. You know where you are, where you're at when you build your own from scratch, Boomerang says. Yes. And now, believe me, I make a lot of mistakes when I cut or when I route or, you know. But then, you know, it's my piece, you know, I throw it away. So it's a little bit, you know, it's more stressful when you're cutting a customer's guitar. So it's not the same, right? I can't just throw it away if I make a mistake. Have a good rest. Thank you. Oh, Boomerang was asking Gibson. Yeah, Gibson. Yes. I know what you're asking me. Gibson. Okay, my friends. So be well. Hope you enjoyed the show. So this is once again for anyone watching this for the first time, Guitar Quackery Live. And this is the live auxiliary channel of Guitar Quackery. So if you prefer produced content, check out Guitar Quackery without the word live in its title. And here you can catch me live. So the only way to catch me is to sign up, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Yeah. So I see 5 watchers, 9 likes. Okay, so some people liked and then had to go. No problem. So yeah, be well. If you want to buy me a coffee, there's a link to buy me a coffee. Thank you if you do. No worries if you don't. We're still friends. And that's it. I was going to work on another guitar, but honestly, I can't. I'm mentally drained. So I can take a break. And I have a few guitars to look at because they're being rehumidified, but I'm not going to be documenting this tonight. I'm just going to do it, right? And then go home. Okay. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.